Welcome to your doom. Shut it and get over here. Massive uppercut!
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Jab Jab Show. Now today it's an update video of what's been going on and so on. This is Wednesday the 22nd I think, and I should really check this out beforehand. Wednesday the 24th of January in the daytime. I wanted to shoot this last night, but basically I'll go on to why I'm not shooting. I didn't shoot it last night. Yeah, so I got in touch on Monday just gone. This is an update of what's going on. Monday I got in touch with Stockport Wellness. They're the second group organisation thing that I got in touch with me, that's got in touch with me regarding, you know, therapy and whatever, or whatever you call it. And they're doing much the same thing as the other group, as in it's going to be a phone call, 45 minutes to an hour long. But it's not as much of a wait. It's like they are booked in for 30th of January, which is next Tuesday, and that's going to be 3:30 phone call. So that's pretty good, as in enough to wait to, you know, like relatively long like the other ones, like in February. Anyhow, so that's what's going on. Also on Monday, I waited pretty much all day till that 10 to 4. Waiting for an email or phone call, something from HR from work. I didn't get anything, so my anxiety levels was pretty high. You know, I've got issues there. And I phoned up one of the managers and said, like, explain what's going on. I emailed them questions on Friday about 3 PM ish. No one got back to me then. No one's got back to me so far on today, because what was the thing was, I had a sick note that ran till Monday, including Monday, so I was back at work on Tuesday, sort of kind of thing, and I wanted to know what was going on, and I asked questions like how, do I go to the other building? Like, it's a bit of a weird way it all works, but there's the other building that I used to work at. They may hold the HR department, as far as I knew that's what happened. So do I have to go there first, or do I go into work and then do this? I didn't know what was going on, basically. So I phoned up the manager and asked them, can you get back to us, because no one's been in touch with me. This is about 10 to 4 on Monday. So I said, okay, I'll get in touch with them now and I'll phone you back. So anyway, got to about 5 to 5-ish, 10 to 5. I had to be somewhere to pick up my son from after school club that he goes to, which is about 15-minute walk from here ish. And I emailed, I said, look, I need to know what's going on, and I explained, because it's raising my anxiety levels. I just need to know for my peace of mind what to expect tomorrow, as in Tuesday, which is yesterday. So so anyway, no emails, nothing. I was wondering, this ain't good enough. This isn't this isn't helping me one bit. So I'll say me, sick note ran out on Monday, so I was back at work yesterday. So I didn't know what to expect at all. I wanted to speak to someone beforehand, things like that. Some more assurances and so forth. So when I came in, I got a bit of dust on the camera. Don't know why. Weird. Anyway, I don't know why I didn't get any call anything. Anyway, the manager phoned up on Monday. He saw I was there, and explained there's a little meeting going on with the team that I'm working on, and we can have a little chat afterwards and so on. So we had a little meeting, and on that meeting, the talk, part of it was on about some different ways of working, how we do things in the department. Same end result, but you know, different ways of doing stuff. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll learn some more stuff, and you know, while this is going on in my head, high anxiety and so on. And you know, I won't lie. I said to the the managers, I did a back to work interview. I said, look, I need some help, some advice from the HR department, and it's not helping me at all that they're not getting back to me. They explained that they've all been in meetings on Friday and so on. So that, you know, there's that. Anyway, so I didn't actually do any work as in on the thing. It was about an hour and a bit something for the back to work interview, and just other little bits and things. I took along with me, like, you know, notes, and I made them aware that I've got a thing on 30th of January and also the 20th of February as well, these phone interview things. So they know all that. Well, this manager knows all that. I mean, if they want to, I can put you know, a little email explaining, yeah, I've got these things, I need to do these things because it'll help me and so on. So I was shadowing someone while they were talking me through the new way of doing things, and you know, things like that. And during the meeting, I keep coming back and forth during the day, you know. But basically, you know, during the meeting with, well, the back to work interview, whatever, with the manager, I mentioned about my anxiety and all the rest of it, and he recommended, I haven't got them with me, but I've got the box of pills, tablet things, herbal tablet things called St John Worts. You get from Morrison's. There are other supermarkets available, and there are other herbal remedies available. So you know, just wanted to point that out. But he recommended them. You know, they helped him through things, and you know, similar things, whatever. So I thought, okay. And like later in the day, one of the other managers, so it kind of got way complex, I guess, was saying to me, "Oh, I'm going to Morrison's for getting something for dinner. Do you want anything?" So I noticed that there were these St John Wort thing were like $2.50, advertised at $2.50. So I gave her some money. Said, "There you go. Can you get me some of these?" And you know, so she got me one of them. Got a box of them. Come back, and I had one. It said like take 1 or 2 a day. I was like, okay, I'll just take one about 1 o'clock or something. And you know, and I did mention this to the managers after I finished work at 4. You know, officially, and I did mention to two of the managers, you know, I eventually checked out about 1 o'clock, 1:30. My concentration, my focus level's not there. You know, it just, you know, with all this stuff in my head, not being able to speak to anyone professional. I mentioned this in the previous videos, and also just trying to learn these new things as well. And also, what it is like, when you're at a computer, the monitor's right there, like where the camera is there. And when I'm kind of shadowing someone, and they're sat next to me, and I'm looking at a different angle, maybe just outside my comfort, you know, focus range or something, it's weird. You know, I do get headaches, and what it was when I went over to the department initially back in November, and you know, I was trying to process everything, you know, how to learn stuff, and it's like when I was looking at an angle, looking at someone's computer, then I was looking away at something else that's further away, and my focus was like fixed on there, then moving away, and you know, like it just gave me a headache basically. So I was getting headaches yesterday. I had to keep on, you know, every, I don't know, 45 minutes or something, just having a bit of fresh air and just taking time out somewhere and things like that, you know, just to kind of doing it. And I said after the shift, I said, I'll have to speak with this manager I spoke to before the back to work interview. Just not, I checked out. I couldn't do it. I had really difficulty. I was like, you know, I had a decent-ish sleep, relatively, so I wasn't yawning at all, but I don't know if it was the tablet I took, and it says one of the side effects might be drowsiness, maybe that had something to do with it, but, you know, I just started, like, you know, just not being able to focus and things, and 1 o'clock, 1:30 onwards. Like I say, I finished at 4. So I mentioned this to the managers. I said, like, I don't know if it's just, there's a lot of factors, you know, and obviously my concentration levels. I mean, I was fine-ish. I'm fine-ish watching a film 2 hours long or whatever, 2.5 hours or whatever. And you know, when you just sat there and you don't have to look at different things. You know, if you just like rest your eyes, you know, I don't know if it makes sense, but you know, you're watching a film, I want to start watching video games, like watching other people's videos and stuff. I want to start playing video games again. You know, again, it's just gonna make me happy and stuff. Because during going back, sorry about this shifting back and forth during yesterday at work. Basically, I said to him, look, I don't think I'm ready. I had to go. I had to go to work, and I don't think I'm ready because of this and that. And I feel there's a lot of people. It's a big place with a lot of people sat about, walking about and doing their stuff. And I don't think I kept on being too aware of people, like in the peripheral vision. Obviously, they're not coming to get me or anything. I don't feel that, but because they kept, there's a lot of movement here that I can kind of sense, kind of see, and it kind of distracts me too much. And there's that, and there's also basically the focus, the concentration's not there. And it's obviously 2 weeks off work, and during last week, they, for reasons I don't know of, but they made decisions to change certain things, about how to do things, and it's a lot of learning, a lot of kind of getting back, and I just felt overwhelmed. And I said to him I sent him an email this morning. I wanted to do it last night, but basically I fell asleep last night when I didn't really want to. I put a film on, something I hadn't wanted to kind of see for a while. I think it's called Don't Stop Never Stopping, something like that. It was Andy Samberg comedy. We didn't get it. I don't think we got it at the cinema, but we put it on the streaming thing. I was watching it. It's pretty good. I did nod off now and again, and it finished at some point. It's one of them where I woke up and the credits were on, so I fell asleep at some point. But either way, I was just because of all the things, I was just so tired. I wanted to make this video last night. I wanted to email them last night, so there's not much of a rush. So basically, on the way home, I just feel really frustrated with myself that I'm not ready, kind of thing. Again, it's wanting to test myself and all that, and the financial side of things is another issue that will come into play, obviously. Yes, in terms of I can't really afford to have this time off the way things work. I have to do a bit of research in how to do, what I need to do and so on. That's another thing. I emailed them this morning, the managers, and said, because what happened was, I had a word with, keep questioning, I've not gone on a script, and I'm just thinking of stuff, and before, I finished at 4 yesterday, and I mentioned to one of the managers on the department, other things I've said about concentration levels and all the other things. Also went to the manager who's sitting somewhere else, who I had a back to work interview with, and I said to him, and he mentioned that there are other options within the company, as in other departments. I told him I don't think I'll be able to go back to what I was doing because because of things, I don't think I'll be able to handle it. So I let that to him. He said he's going to go have a word with HR about stuff, and has phoned me back within the hour. This is last night. He didn't phone me back. The rest of it, I had to pick up my son and do other things. I said I might not be able to answer the call anyway, because of how after school club, how it all works and that. So I didn't email or anything. I didn't check my emails last night. I fell asleep, and this morning checked, there's no emails. So I thought, all right, here we go again, kind of thing. I've got to get off. Just prompt them again, to try and get something done. So I emailed work, and about 8:05 or something. Should have started at 7:45. But I did mention to him, look, and they were, they're supportive, saying, if you don't feel you're ready, don't feel it's a burden, and all the rest of it. Get yourself kind of ready, because the way everything, it's just I need to speak, to kind of sort stuff out. There's a big thing happening out there, so you might be on the drill or whatever it is, so I apologise for any kind of weird sounds coming. I don't know if it picks up anyway. So so this morning I emailed them and said, look, I'm going to get a doctor's note, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I don't feel I'm ready, and like I say, I mentioned in the email I spoke to a couple of managers and explained all this to them, so it's not as though I'm just going to say, bugger it, I'm not coming in. I explained to them how I felt last night, yesterday in the job and stuff. I've been honest with them, and they kind of knew I was gonna to tell them that I'm gonna get a sick note of things. So I just wanted to put things in writing, kind of explain, I was doing all that. So after I did that, I phoned up the doctors and explained I need to speak to your doctor. Actually, on the way home last night, I just felt really bad. I was frustrated. I phoned up the doctors then. I said, look, what time do you close today? So he told me. I said, I need to see a doctor and get another sick note, but also I want to talk to a doctor and explain what's been going on and why I feel like I need one. So I did that, and I said, just phone up 8 AM tomorrow morning, which is this morning. So after I fired the email off, and I'm going to back and forth timeline wise. So after I fired off the email, phoned them up and explained again, and said, 1:10 today, go and see doctor afterwards, and my record will be there. I'll explain to him right into work and all the things there and stuff. I'll say I can't afford it really. I'm gonna have to get statutory sick pay, which is like, I'll have to do a bit of research, but it's a fraction of what I would be earning if I was working. It's not a good situation, but what do I do? I just don't feel mentally there. But that's my problem. That's my issue. I'll have to deal with that. And the manager who said he's going to get back to me last night, actually phoned me up, left a message on my phone. I was in the shower at the time. I listened to a message, phoned up, and he's organised a thing with work, a wellness meeting, which is what I wanted to do before I actually got sat in front of a computer at work. He set a thing up for Friday morning, 10 AM. He told me where and so on. So I've got that going, and I've got Tuesday, let's say the 30th of January, there's another meeting. It's a phone call. So if I get a sick note, it's probably going to be for a week, so it's going to be back this time next Wednesday, whatever. But the meeting with HR at work will, because the manager mentioned a few options. I'm going to have to see what options there are, because I'm just not feeling where I'm working in the department I'm working now. That could generally be because of how I feel in general. So I don't know. I know some of the departments that they've got, I won't be able to work on for one reason or another. I just know I won't be able to do them. But I don't know. We'll see. So that's where I'm up to right now. I'm aware of some YouTubers and that who's like commented on some of the videos, and I've not been able to respond. I wanted to do stuff last night, but I just fell asleep. I'm mentally and physically exhausted. Well, I felt like I wasn't tired. Walking to work and what have you, I wasn't tired. I had relatively good sleep and what have you. The tablet may or may not be, that I took this St John's Worts, may or may not have had a part to play. I've not had one today because I forgot what the doctor is. Because one of the things, there's a lot of do's and don'ts with these tablets to say, don't take if you're on this medication or that medication. So I don't want to take one yet today until the doctor's. I'll mention that I took one yesterday. But he might, the doctor might say, I'm going to have to prescribe you these things, whatever, to these things, and that means I can't take these tablets I bought yesterday. That's fair enough. Okay, if you can't do it, you can't do it. So I'm gonna get in touch with, I'm gonna reply to some, me messages that some people have left and whatever. So I'm thankful for that. So thank you everyone out there with the continued support and so on. I mentioned in the one of the previous videos, we got a list of videos I want to make, because I believe keeping a video diary. I think a Hermit's Hideaway, fellow YouTuber, hello out there, thank you for your support. Mentioned that I keep vlogging, keep making a video diary, and maybe it'll help other people and so forth. If that's the case, cool. But I feel, you know, talking this out and putting it out there and so on, you know, it is kind of a therapy for, you know, for me. I feel it's working. And then because I did talk to one of my colleagues yesterday when he said, he asked, like, is your anxiety the reason why you was off? And I said, well, there's a bit more to it, and I explained what was going on. Because he's been in a similar position, and, you know, he's on medication, he's, you know, doing this and that. So it's just putting out there, you know, being honest with myself and others, you know. Like I say, basically, I went to work yesterday. I thought I was, well, I went in, you know, I went in with a lot of anxiety because no one got back to me regarding the questions I asked, and so I didn't know how it was going to play out yesterday. And I didn't go in idea, you know, and to be fair, the manager apologised several times, you know, because of, and I mentioned, you know, my anxiety is just, it's not, it shouldn't be as high as it is, but it is because no one's got back to me, you know. I want peace of mind with certain things. You expect the department, you know, who deal with this kind of thing to get back to you. They've had a day and a bit. You know, I don't know how many people work on the department, but they have a department, as in they're not just one person. You know, they should be talking to each other. And if one person, the person I emailed, couldn't get back to me for whatever reason, surely they would have said, look, I can't get back to this to him. Can you at least answer these things? And, you know, they should talk to each other and stuff. So I'm a bit disappointed with that, and I think the manager I spoke to kind of, like, you know, is aware of that. So we'll see on Friday. It's Wednesday now, so we'll see Friday morning. You know, what happens. I'll update then, perhaps. You know, I say I don't think there's any real major updates to do regarding what I'm going through until Friday. You know, so I'm just gonna post this video and reply to people, and obviously do a bit more research, you know, what I can do with the doctors. I'm going to ask the doctors like, a lot of things. Well, I say a lot of things, there's a few things. So yeah, thank you for your continued support, and if you're watching this, you know, any suggestions, you know, any books, websites, any things, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just do that, yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll speak to you soon, probably Friday. See you later.
Swat, 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 swat.